He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. To throw, it's Daniels. Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for room, it's Traynor. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
That just shows you how much this quarterback trusts his baller wide receiver. He was double covered on that play, and still the QB tried to force it over to him.
He'll keep it himself. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarter...
Reels it in down the left side. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they can.
Sends it downfield. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Gator. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's strong. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Looking for a man. It's Daniels. The screen. He can go. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll move the tight end. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Moore. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you, because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the incomplete pass, they roll. Wilson will boot it away to get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. To the air, it's Tebow. Quickly complete. Slithers into space. That defense got gassed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And how about that start for this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
The corners are walked up tight. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Breaks into the open. Past the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Fires to the tight end. And he showed off that stiff arm for a nice pickup on the play.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The give from the gun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. A run for the quarterback. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know, the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play, because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Quickly out to the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Looks as if Clemson will have the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Quarterback on the keeper. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and how about the QB? Calls his own number and all these options, obviously multiple plays. He decides to stick with it, get some positive yards, and now what's next off of that? What's my next read off of that? How am I going to mix things up and keep this defense off balance?
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The RPO, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
And the Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Might be changing the route. Tight end now in motion. Here they're trying to get to the edge. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Trying to set up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. We've reached the break, and Arkansas State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Unloads quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
Gotta love the physicality on 4th down and short. You know what's coming. They hand the football off to the running back. No secret, but he plays physical, gets behind his pads, and gets the first down.
The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. The give on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
To the air on 2nd down. Moving out of the pocket. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down. And here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's locked. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's the handoff. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up a 6.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Running behind that left side. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. The give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Back to throw. It's Tebow. Finds his tight end.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Red Wolves will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Grab near the sticks. It's Haynes. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
To the air on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They'll immediately call timeout. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Fires to the big fella. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Red Wolves are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It's Tebow. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws. Finds a man on the left. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Touchdown, Arkansas State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Trainer. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. And the Red Wolves will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll leave it with him. He breaks a tackle, creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll move the tight end. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw again. Dances away to buy time. He is run out of bounds right at the 10-yard line.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Quarterback extends the play. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Back has it. Back's going for the goal line. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and
looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the two-point conversion attempt is stopped. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Tebow. Finds the tight end. At the 35, he's got room. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Fires to the big fella. On the move at the 30. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas State is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Unloads it left. He makes a catch. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the 4th quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Wolves.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Clemson. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. Looking for a man. It's Tebow. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, the ball's barely touched the ground every time this guy's been dropping back so far in this game. That's one of the rare misses we've seen from him so far.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. Oh, he's got some space. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. New set of downs after the completion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's at the... And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Traina. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Dropping back, it's Daniels. The screen, and watch out. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defenses and try to keep the football in front of them. If you want to throw it short, they're just going to rally to the ball and just bleed this game out.
Second down, he'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Oh, what a cut! He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
With this situation in the game trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup that you trust in to come up with a big one to give yourself a chance to stay alive and win this game?
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And this will fall. Kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone, it's Traynor. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. To the air, it's Daniels. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive, you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
And the Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. A designed run for the quarterback. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. The Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense gets set for second down.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. It's a draw. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Vick. Buying some time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Takes a hit as he fires.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Making side adjustments here. They'll run the toss. Creates a little room. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that's something this offense is going to try to do in this game, and they're doing it early. They want to establish the run game. They want to be more physical. They want to control the line of scrimmage. That's how they're going to attack this defense.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got the big pause on it, but couldn't hang on. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to pass, it's Vick. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Broncos are in the hurry-up.
Nice job by this defense, getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Coleman. Gashes the heart of the knee. Touchdown, Western Michigan. A great catch and run for 6.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there. A difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Western Michigan is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Takes the handoff. It's Trader. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Flushed out of the pocket. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, they'll try the middle. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well.
There he goes. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And quite simply put, you don't see that happen very often against him. He is one of not just the best quarterbacks in the game, he's one of the best players in the game. He's a Heisman Trophy candidate that oftentimes doesn't make mistakes like that. He should have thrown that football away. He decided to try and do too much, and the defense made him pay. They get a massive, massive sack, and this offense loses a ton of yards.
And the defense brings the blitz. And how about the QB? Really nice job understanding. If I can hang on to this just a little bit longer, it gives my receiver an opportunity to run a better route and get more time to create more space.